17 important lessons people learn too late in life. If only I had the chance to go back and make other decisions, is a common phrase. Of course you can't, and if you spend too much time thinking about what occurred yesterday, you won't be as productive tomorrow. Don't let the things outside of your control divert your attention. Instead, concentrate on these 17 crucial points that will aid in realizing your achievement goals. 1. Throughout your life, significant individuals will come and go. And that's okay. Not every relationship will endure indefinitely. And, to be honest, not all of them ought to. The truth that occasionally the people who are closest to you will change suddenly is a part of life. On the other hand, strangers might also easily take the top spot in your life. Are the individuals I spend time with encouraging me to be the greatest version of myself that I can be and pushing me to achieve that goal? If they're not, your social circle is probably not the proper one. Successful individuals associate with other successful people. 2. What you consume is only one component of your diet. Your diet is more than simply food. As you age, you start to comprehend. Whatever you consume makes up your diet. It's all of the things you watch, read, speak about, and spend time thinking about. It also involves who you spend time with and how you spend it. You should restrict your junk food intake if you want to be healthy in body, mind, and soul. Making healthy decisions results in making healthy decisions, which result in making healthy decisions. 3. Never allow self-rejection result from being rejected. Rejection experiences cause fear of rejection, and rejection fears cause people to restrict their experiences. When your experience is constrained by flawed assumptions, you restrict yourself. Instead, concentrate on the lessons that rejection may teach you, then apply those lessons to your new experiences. Continue onward motion. 4. Adopt the duty to manage your future that you owe to yourself. If you let your past to govern you, your future will never be in your hands. You have the chance to stop the cycle of pain, worry, and annoyance brought on by previous trauma. Breaking the cycle changes you, allowing you to shield people closest to you from the harm. Take personal accountability for today's and tomorrow's events. 5. More emphasis should be placed on quality rather than quantity. The caliber of the events you have define your life. One loyal buddy is worth more than 100 acquaintances. One amazing encounter is considerably more valuable than 100 wasted nights. Think carefully about how you spend your time. Consider the worth of the things you do and the people you do them with. Take advantage of those opportunities. 6. Fairy tales will always leave you depressed. Your life isn't supposed to be heading somewhere at a certain moment or in a certain direction. At a certain age, you're not meant to get married or have children. Things occur at various times for a variety of causes. It's crucial that your attention concentrate on achieving the version of success in your life that you have determined is possible. Maintain your attention. Be specific about the goals you have in mind. Remember that everyone's journey is unique as you proceed along that route. Don't compare your achievement to others' success. 7. You are welcome to have fun. And you are the one who must define it. You have a right to live your life as you see fit and to do it in a joyful way. You are not required to share someone else's definition of enjoyment. You are only squandering your precious time by pursuing a goal that is not your own. Consider your interests and your favorite activities to engage in, then pursue them. Being true to yourself will make your life much more fulfilling. 8.2. Do what you love. One must put in 3 times as much effort as the average person. The majority of individuals do not get to live their life doing what they love. Instead, people act as they are instructed to or as their parents, town, friends, or classmates advise them to. Perhaps they just pursue nothing they are passionate about. But if you want to do what you love, you must view it as a luxury rather than a must. They don't make up the majority. Therefore, you must start working today if that is what you really desire. 9. Our daily routines mold who we will be in the future. What you do now contributes to who you will be tomorrow in yet another way. You start to see some difference when you repeat that action over the course of a week. You start to detect a little improvement after repeating that action for a month. If that activity were repeated over the period of a year, 2 years, or 5 years, you might not be able to identify yourself because you would have entirely changed in that specific way. Do not undervalue the influence of even the smallest habits that are repeated over time. Your behaviors will eventually shape who you are, for better or worse. 10. It takes practice to control your emotions. Practice is frequently discussed in terms of skill. You may practice playing hockey or the piano. Yet the fact is, developing your emotional self also requires work. You may work on being humble and forgiving others. As readily as you may exercise wrath, resentment, drama, and conflict, you can also practice self-awareness and laughter. The actions you choose, whether consciously or unconsciously, represent who you are emotionally. You did not birth angry. Simply said, you have exercised that feeling significantly more than, say, joy. 11. Everyone has their own goals in mind. This cliched expression is frequently used in a negative sense. Nevertheless, I'm utilizing it otherwise. We should be aware that, in the end, we are all responsible for taking care of ourselves. We all have our own hopes, plans, and objectives, as well as families, close friends, and significant others, but our core desires are the same. Of course, there are people you can trust, but the best way to stay grounded and at rest is to realize that everyone has their own goal. You can't command other people. You can't expect them to prioritize you over their own needs. And while doing so could succeed for a while, ultimately the truth will come to light. Instead, focus on addressing and assisting people while you ask for their assistance in advancing your own ambitions. This will help the relationship progress in the proper path more effortlessly. 12. The journey will always be more satisfying than the destination. Setting a goal and enlisting assistance from others to see it through is one thing. It is quite another thing to put your own well-being and the well-being of people around you at risk in order to attain that objective. The mental stress endured to get there is seldom worth the euphoria in the end. The ultimate result will be useless if you are unable to enjoy the road with people around you. 13. Laughing and working hard is not incompatible. Continuing from the preceding statement, I have never understood why people believe that laughing indicates a lack of seriousness about the situation. The most brilliant ideas arise naturally. The finest flow occurs when people are happy. Laughing fosters human connection, and doing so while working on a task or addressing a problem shows that one is willing to consider fresh options. Some people never realize this, which causes them to age and become grouchy. But having pleasure is what matters in life. Therefore, having fun need not automatically imply that you are not getting anything done. Quite the opposite. You can enjoy yourself and accomplish more than you could have ever imagined. 14. You have power over how you react, not what happens. Either we obsess about the past or we continue to worry about the future. And in doing so, we fail to enjoy and appreciate the moment as it is. Regretting previous errors will not improve your life in any way. Instead, you begin destroying your present as well. Accept the fact that you cannot undo what has been done. Get beyond your mistakes and learn from them. You are now in the present. Make it memorable by doing so. The same is true of obsessively pondering the future. It's beneficial to have aspirations and make plans for the future. Yet continuing to dwell on it as if nothing ever occurred isn't the appropriate course of action. Embrace the procedure. Do your job and ignore the rest. Be tolerant. Learn to appreciate the journey rather than focusing on the finish line. Because that is what really counts. Also, quit whining or cursing other people if you want to live a happy life. Become better at accepting accountability for your actions. Don't worry about things you can't control, just do your duty. It is the secret to living a prosperous life. 15. What you are surrounded by influences who you become. Our personalities are shaped by our surroundings, the people we surround ourselves with, and the media we consume. The people we spend time with, the books we read, the stuff we consume on social media, etc. are a few examples. We are impacted by things even when we are not consciously aware of them. We frequently come to the realization of where to spend our time and what issues to focus on later in life. Therefore, it's good to start by asking yourself questions. What objectives do you have, say? What sort of pals are you looking for? What actions are advised and which are not? The list keeps on. If you want to reach your goals and encounter uncertainty in your life, your environment in some way, get rid of any bad relationships. Spend time with those who can help you achieve your goals. 16. If you want to be successful, you must make extra effort. We've all been told to work hard if you want to achieve, since we were tiny kids. This is partially true. However, if you start working or leading a professional life, it could help you get going but won't help you in the long run. Because you finally realize that everyone is making a valiant effort to stand apart. This myth will be debunked. To make an impact, you must go above and beyond the call of duty. By adding more services, you may attract the attention of your target audience. By doing that, you can succeed in your work. 17. Consider other people's viewpoints as well. When determining how to respond or make decisions, take into account the viewpoints of others. Understand that every individual has distinct priorities or motives. You may not immediately recognize the advantages of doing this, but you'll be astounded when you do. Be clear about all of this. It's not essential to ignore your feelings or opinions in order to consider things from another person's point of view. It entails having a rational view of and understanding of the situation. By being honest about the fact that we're all struggling and engaged in a life battle. Everyone has the right to ambitions and ought to put in a lot of effort to realize them. You lack the ability to understand what the other person is going through. When making a decision or passing judgment, be attentive and polite to others. We all make mistakes, and that's acceptable. What matters is that you learn from these mistakes. It goes without saying that life teaches you important lessons. Yet the sooner you understand this, the better.